but I wish you joy. And Misha, hi Misha. How is everybody tonight? And what are you working on? And if I seem to get a little louder when I'm saying hi, I'm just so excited and happy to see you all tonight. Tonight, we have a special guest, and her name is Hazel. I will let her introduce herself and just tell us what her channel is about and what she likes to do.
Thanks.
Go for it, Hazel.
Thanks, Joan. Is Hazel Anaka, and my channel name is Hazel Anaka Design, and of course the address there on the screen. I was really grateful to get this invitation from Joan to join her in a live craft and chat, because we have both lived in the same province, probably a couple hours apart, and we were going to Joan, Brenda Clark, and I have been trying to meet face to face for several months now, and things getting in the way. Is it 1 year? Oh my God.
Like,
yeah. So
in almost a year, yes.
So one of these days, really going to happen. Each of us have met Brenda, but somehow when we try to make it a threesome, we just can't make it happen. So, I was glad to receive the invitation, and I'm looking forward to just getting some stuff done here. Because this is such an auspicious occasion, Joan, I cleaned my desk off. And now instead of having it, sort of ankle deep all across, now I have it in about 7 different containers. So.
That's like my desk today. Oh, and then we do have Susie, hi. Mary, I love to journal, hello. Hope, hi. Debbie, hello. Wilhelmina, hello. Regina, hi. I'm going to have to turn a few of these guys into little Smurfettes. I know them all, so I can turn them into Smurfettes. Also, Mary, I love to journal. She's from Toronto, and she might be in Alberta in next month. So I'm hoping to be able to see her.
So when you say Smurfette, you're meaning you're turning them into admins? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, sorry about that. I had to turn that volume off.
When you said you're turning them into Smurfettes, did you mean turning them into admins for the live?
Yes. But I put them into a standard moderator.
Okay.
And then that way, when their name turns blue and they're a little Smurfette or a blue jacket or a ranch, then they can connect with each other. They just click onto each other's name.
Yeah, I saw that when I was on with Martha Make Art, and that is kind of cool because it saves the typing and the having to enter the channel names and so on. So that's great.
Yeah, and then you just make sure that you click on for standard moderator.
Okay.
Otherwise, they will have total control, and then chaos can happen, which has happened a couple of times to a couple of people lately, unfortunately.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
So I see some people there that I know as well. So Terry is Mick Mouse mom, and she's from the US of A. And there's Sandy Wilhelmina.
Yes. I believe she already is.
What I know. So that's good. We get to cross-pollinate our friends.
Yes. Okay, Wilhelmina, like she was already a moderator here, I believe. Cutie, Regina. And Nana
Oh,
is. Oh, and Debbie Reed. I need to add her as a moderator. Now, Debbie Reed is one of the winners of one of these beautiful little journals.
oh, cool.
Oh, can't see it that way. Can you? I'm going to flip my camera down here and then get that light out of my eyes. Sorry. So I had a contest for my 1,000 subscriber, and I made 2 little mini journals.
Oh, cool.
So then she was one of the winners, one of them.
Very nice.
And let me see, I need to bring this just a little bit. I thought, there we go. And oh, Mary, I need to turn you into a moderator.
For those of you who are familiar with me, you may have heard me say in a recent video that I was going to be babysitting our daughter's French bulldog, Gertie. And I really hope you can't hear her snoring because I had to make sure I took her out and fed her before this live started. So now apparently she's down for the count and snoring. I can certainly hear it, and I hope you can't.
Oh, I can't hear.
Okay, good.
I think you might be good. Okay, so what were you going to work on tonight, Hazel?
Well, just all this stuff that I have on my desk. So I've got, bits of fibers, ribbons, some, what do you call this stuff? Tulle. This was a cover of, a soft cover from a book that I took apart, months and months ago. It's been kicking around. So, last night I was at the Edmonton Junk Journal group meeting, and someone suggested that we meet for supper first at the Olive Garden. So, like a true Junk Journal person, I of course swiped the code off the table.
Oh, you totally have to. I love it.
Yeah, and the thing is, did I need 2 more pieces of something to work on? No, I didn't. But
Yes.
habits are hard to break.
But look at the shape. Look at the colors. Yes, you did.
Yeah. They're
And you
probably
only
cool
got
enough
2?
to do their own. Yeah.
Only 2?
Yeah. I don't know why everyone didn't have one, but anyway. So I got that too. And what are you planning to do?
Micro Mouse Mom. Hello, welcome, welcome. I'll turn you into a little mod here. Turn you into a Smurfette, and you can click on anybody else and connect with them. Okay, I am going to work on some ATC cards. I actually splurged and I picked up, I can't see it here.
Yeah, you've given
How
me
about if I put it
full.
so we're both up? So I picked some stamps here so then I can stamp the back of my ATC cards. And if I can say this online, they don't work worth a hill of beans. So they're going back. So I'll just have to write ATC on the back of them, and then the date, my name, what the card is about. And for those who don't know what ATC cards are, they're 3.5 inch by 2.5 inch artist trading cards. And so you just do a little bit of art on the front and then with your information on the back. So this time I'm going to be prepared for when I hit the 2K. I'm going to do a few of these and then mail them out. I'm only at 1.1 something. So I have lots of time to make them. And yeah, so then I'm going to be painting on them. I made up some texture paste and then I colored it. Just a slight color of yellow.
Oh,
If I go like this, I
do you
don't know if
just
you
use a
can see
bit
the
of
yellow or
acrylic
not.
in there, Joan?
Sorry,
Just a bit of acrylic paint in there to tint it?
I did. Yes. First, I put on food dye and it wasn't dark enough. So then I put in some really bright yellow paint. And
How long can you keep it in the jar before before it turns into a paperweight?
big clump or go moldy
Oh,
between 2 to 3 months.
and you have to keep
So
it in the fridge?
no, I just keep it in a cool, dark place. So then I have this jar that I put it, that I mixed it up in. And then this one, I don't have a lid for it. So I had a damp cloth over it in a plastic bag during the day. And whatever is left over, I'll just add to this one.
Oh, yeah. I see
Uh,
that
so
Anna's Cooking Craft Corner is asking where I'm from. I'm from Alberta and I live about probably a couple of hours from Joan. And as I was saying at the beginning of the video, we've been trying apparently for close to a year to actually meet in person. So for now, this is the next best thing, this virtual live craft and chat. So
and
yeah.
I didn't even get to see her face. But at
Well,
least I still
if
get to talk to you.
if I can put in a plug for myself for tomorrow, I'm starting a new series called Heart to Heart with Hazel, and
Okay.
it's live tomorrow. Like nothing like putting two of these things back to back on
Thank
my
you, Star.
on my channel with Carol from Crinkled Path as my first guest. So it's going to have to be forward facing on the, yeah. So I'm not thrilled, but
Oh,
otherwise, I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'll do what the unknown comic used to do years ago and just wear a bag on my head with eye holes cut out.
hey, Scully. Oh, ask Scully. He will help you. He's great at things like that, right, Scully? Scully. Um, no, after your first time with your face towards the camera, it gets so much easier. Because the first time that I did that, my sister and I went on just to try out this whole
Yeah.
StreamYard thing. And then before I knew it, other people were coming on board and they're coming on board saying hi and chatting. And this quick little test thing ended up being 2.5 hours with my
Oh,
sister and I.
well, I guess I'll text you after tomorrow and tell you if I believe what you're saying. But
Uh,
I already
it
had
took a while though, but
yeah, I already had an appointment scheduled for a haircut. So who knows? There might be a big transformation by tomorrow.
Harley girl, how are you? Oh, Tessa, I need to turn you into a Smurfette.
So, Joan, would it be fair to say that a lot of the people who tune into you are into diamond painting?
No.
Oh,
Okay, some are diamond painting, some like Scully Pop. He does awesome videos like storytelling. If you have not visited his site, go see his site. Listen to him, read his stories. He writes these amazing stories. Uh, Teza, for example, check her out. She writes her own poems and then puts music to them. She gave me permission to use one for a video that I hope to have up on Monday. Um, let me see. Okay, Star does the diamond painting. Cutie does the diamond painting. Some of them do journal stuff like you do. So I do both the junk journal and the diamond art. So this is kind of like a mix, plus a couple extra stuff.
so it's an eclectic crowd.
Yes. And I love it.
Well,
I think we kind of complement each other.
yeah, well, that's good, and that's how our that's how the family gets bigger too. By well, like they say, word of mouth. That's the best way to meet people or learn things or know what's what, rather than hoping
Right.
to be discovered in the interweb.
Yes. And hi, Susie. I just turned Susie into a little Smurfette here. I think everybody is Smurfettes. Oh, KC. I don't know why KC isn't a Smurfette. Hi, and welcome, welcome. It is so good to see you here this evening, Casey. And if anybody hasn't checked her out, she does an awesome devotional between 3 to 4 minutes every morning, Monday through Friday. And then a nice little live on Sunday evenings.
Okay. So yeah, that's a good. That last comment is sort of really interesting each other and what
Oh,
we're doing.
I'm sorry?
Well, I was just reading that last comment from Carly Girl
Right.
Shine, and I think obviously that's a good goal for
Yeah.
expanding our world and knowing who's doing what and supporting each other in that. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Oh, and I missed the musical kill shot here. I didn't give him a little blue jacket here. Left a like. Thank you so much.
I just had a little mishap here.
Yeah.
One of the things that with art glitter glue, you're supposed to have a stainless pin in it, otherwise it turns rusty and discolors the glue. So I managed to lose mine somewhere in this, well, I thought on this desk or under this desk. And I've been looking for days. I had
Right.
the cover covered up with masking tape so it wouldn't dry out. I had a spare one of these things, but now the head has come off the pin. So I need to do a repair
Uh-oh.
that. And this stuff
So
dries
you
so
need one something like this then.
well. I don't really want something that big and bulky. I just thought that my little subtle little ribbon here that I glued to the pin head would hold things together, but I just hope.
Okay, just a wee little one like this then. Oops.
Yeah. You know what I should have done is taken the cover off the bottle and washed it out thoroughly to make sure, because this is the first time I've pulled this out, and it was enough. It was stuck in there hard enough that I pulled the pin right apart. Now, can I see where to put it back in?
Okay, I'm going to make things easier. Oh, sorry for that. No, that's kind of loud. I'm going to get out my gel plate.
Oh, damn it.
I was going to use just a little bit of white paint, etc., over these, but I think gel print is a whole lot easier and more fun.
I'm kind of amazed when people just pull out their gel plate and just do something so spontaneously. And like, whenever I've used mine in the past, it sort of became a day-long adventure. And I kind of think, oh, it's so much trouble just to do one or two things. But I guess if you have it nearby, you probably end up
Okay,
using
sorry.
more.
Nana says that she missed where you're from. So she is hour and a half, 2 hours maybe from me. Actually, it could be up to 3 hours because it takes you an hour and a half almost to get to Brenda's.
Yeah, it
And
does.
it takes me an hour and a half to get to Brenda's. So at the very most, she lives about 3 hours away from me, but still in Alberta, Canada.
On a farm.
On a farm, yes. Because that stopped us meeting during the summer.
Well, no, during
Harvest time.
because I drive a combine.
Yeah. How do you like that? A chick driving a combine. I love it. I love it. It's,
Well, when we have to move from one field to another and maybe drive down a highway, you sit so very high, you can see everything. And if you remember a Home Improvement and Tim the Toolman Taylor, how he used to.
oh, yes. Yes. I
I
love
feel
them.
I feel testosterone every time I drive a combine. Because I think, oh, look at me, all this
Well,
horsepower.
I operated a backhoe for my dad once, digging a ditch.
Oh, look at that. We're multi-talented.
Oh, totally. Jack of all trades, master of none.
I might have to fish out. I think I have one more replacement pin because this is crazy. If I spend the whole time
Okay.
fighting with this stupid little.
Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I should have kept in my other clothing. I probably shouldn't put on a nice top here because I might get all messy with paint. But
Yeah, would you people out in TV land, would you believe when I texted this woman to say, could you email me the link? She says, oh, I have to get out of my PJs. Oh my God.
well, that's the way that some of us single women roll, right? Okay. Well, white on white, I don't know if you can really see or not, but that's
It never hurts, guys, to every so often take your art glitter glue cover off and clean this little metal tip
Hey,
and
Sherry.
run some hot water through it. I don't feel like I should do that right this second, but I sure hope I don't wreck another pin in there.
You know what? I really lucked out with these little head pins here. They were from Dollar Tree, and they probably had about 30 of them for $1 in a little pack,
How
and they were
can,
stainless steel.
well,
So
how
no rust.
can that be? These stainless steel pins are hard to find, and they're very pricey.
They are. You go to Michael's, oh my goodness. Forget it. Walk away.
I think when I first bought my first bottle of art glitter glue, and I bought the not, oh, now it's dribbling past there, the little this metal thing and the pin. I think that was something like $7 or $8. And then, of course, when you live in the middle of nowhere, you better, whether it's for the combine or something else, you better have some spare parts on hand. So then I bought the
Yeah.
set of pins, and that was probably close to $10, $12. Like, my goodness, is it made of gold or what?
Stainless steel, but you would think gold. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good grief. So how long ago did you say Dollar Tree or Dollarama?
Dollar Tree for those pins. And
How
probably
long
about
ago
2
was
years
that?
ago.
Oh, well, and
Because now Dollar Tree is getting into $1.75 for a good portion of their items.
well, that would still be a deal, but it's a little bit
No
like
kidding, right?
don't buy it when you see it. You can kind of forget about ever seeing some of those deals again. Okay.
Well, I can put a couple aside here for you when we meet.
Okay.
When we meet.
That'll be the bribe to get me there.
There we go.
Oh, did you see what Star wrote? She's not going to
I did. I just read that.
admit or deny that she's ever been to the store in pajamas.
Well, I lived in this small town for a few years, and everybody went to the store, went downtown in their pajamas or in their flannels. Yeah. I think I was there almost 10 years, but I still didn't fall into that. Mind you, I don't have to be one of these people that go get my mail a block away and put on their makeup first, though. I don't have to do that. I know someone who does.
Well, on an average day that I'm here in the studio, I have what I call my farm uniform. So it's a pair of jeans, and literally, um, the it's they've torn through right
Sorry.
around Daisy Duke area, and this years ago, Walmart had these T-shirts. V-neck T-shirts, short sleeves, 100% cotton for $3, and they were clearing them out. And they had a whole bunch of colors. So I bought, I don't know, 6 or 8. I'm still wearing those things years later. They even have a little bit of like razzle dazzle on them. I've been known to sneak into town to pick up the mail or whatever, just with a shirt over that. Because really, what are the odds of actually seeing anybody?
Yeah. Echo. Hi, Echo. How are you doing tonight? What are you up to? Are you crafting or just listening?
Carly girl's asking about bare feet.
Mm-mm.
Well, I don't think I would do that because
Ooh,
we have a lot of
well,
gravel around here, gravel roads.
no, I don't go shopping or anything like that with bare feet because you don't know what's on the floor at our malls.
Haven't some comedians made a whole big deal about people who are doing things with their bare feet on airplanes and grossing out everyone beside them? You know, where people are like cutting their nails.
Oh,
Can you
that
imagine?
is bad. Like, there's a time and place for that, though.
And you're saying it's not on an airplane?
Not on an airplane that I'm on, please. In the bathroom, over the garbage can.
So, what size of a gel plate is that you're using? Is it one of the
This
small?
one is only a 5x7.
Okay.
Um, and
And
I
you,
thank my sweet sister for it because she bought it for me for my birthday summer before last.
oh, okay. I only have the
And
one. I thought,
oh,
you know, very
well,
well
what
if I,
size do you have?
well, I have an 8 by 10 and I guess,
Okay.
um,
Oops.
it kind of seems like you can make something. Sometimes I wish it was a 9. I don't think they make a 9 by 12, but I kind of wish
They
sometimes it
make
was.
a 12x12,
Oh, do they? I've never seen that
and
anywhere.
I want one. Really would love to have one.
Well, at least with that size, then you don't end up with the white margin around the normal size piece of paper.
Yes, that's right. Okay, I think I have a white background on all of these. I think most of them are dry. Okay. Oops.
Oh, Joan, there is no, well, I shouldn't say it that way. Is there a junk journal group in Red Deer?
Not to my knowledge. I haven't heard.
Isn't that kind of unusual considering the size of the city?
I know, right? I might have to do something about that.
Yeah. If it doesn't
Oops.
exist, make it happen. It was funny. Like we meet in the back
Yeah,
room of craft or like a scrapbooking store. So
right.
we have access to the tools there and scrap paper and stuff like that and inks and the machines like embossing plates and dies and so on. And yesterday was the biggest turnout that I think the biggest turnout ever at 14 people. And it was to the point where we were spread out over kind of, we took up the entire back room, but we weren't all sitting around two tables because we no longer fit around two tables. And it kind of, I mean, it was good that the group is growing, but it was also, I didn't
Mm.
really like being disconnected that way. So,
Oh, that would have been fun.
yeah. And luckily, the person who's in charge has
Mm.
taken to communicating with really detailed emails, reminding us what the theme is, what we're swapping, blah blah blah. So in one of the last emails, she suggested, now get this, suggested getting a bus and doing like you've heard of bar hops. Well, this would be thrift store hops. Can you imagine? And I said, well, what's the cargo space like? Is there, if everyone buys something, you have to make sure there's enough room to haul the loot back, eh? So it's kind of fun. Then last night she also offered her place to do some paper dyeing in summer, in the backyard, then turn it into a potluck. So
Oh, wow.
I
That'd
mean,
be cool.
well, it is really cool,
Oh,
and I honestly don't
oh,
like that's, I think, really going above and beyond. It's one thing to go to a public place, it's another thing to have a whole bunch of people over to your own yard.
yeah,
And
that's better.
so if it happens, I think it'll be fun.
Yes.
Can you imagine having 10 or however many people show up going on a thrift haul thing? Like, I could see there being a bit of violence involved. I saw that first. No, I saw that first.
I never thought about that. Oh, come
I
on.
say
Us
though,
craft people are friendly.
yeah. Well, I guess that's true. Yeah. Uh,
Trudy, hey. And hi, Brenda. It is so good to see you ladies here.
oh, Brenda, hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Well, maybe her ears were burning.
Yes. And Brenda is on your channel, I can tell. So I can't give her a blue jacket. Can't turn her to a Smurfette, but I can turn Trudy into one.
So, Brenda, we were just talking about how long it's been that the three of us have been trying to get together. Joan thinks it's close to a year. I didn't think it was that long.
Oh. Well,
You,
I seem to recall that we were going to try to get together. And then, wasn't it really smoky and I couldn't make it out? And then you had to start combining.
well, and for a while there, I think you needed new wheels. Didn't you have car trouble or something?
Yes. Yes, I did have car problem. So I got my car mid-March.
Okay, so it is
So
a.
maybe it's been over a year then.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
been over a year then, my dear.
Well, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah.
No kidding, right?
But we'd better make it happen. Like I would say, I mean, I haven't done a damn thing yet for income to get it ready for income tax. So maybe end of April or beginning of May. How does that sound?
Yes, that sounds great because I have income tax stuff to do too. And it's oh, it's
Isn't it?
crazy, crazy. Oh, I don't think you guys can see that there. Is that light enough? That is so far from me. Wow. Whoops. Whoops.
Can you
Whoops.
lower
That's wet.
it because we can see your? Is that your laptop there or what?
I think so, but there we go.
Mind you, it doesn't
I'm
help.
gonna just try to bend. Oh, wow. I just got paint on my table. That's all right. It's all over my fingers too.
Oh, Brenda's saying she was going to text us tomorrow.
Okay.
Hey, maybe if we decide this here in the public eye, we'll have all these witnesses and we can't back out.
There we go. Oops. Oh,
Technical
I
difficulty.
don't know what it's showing here now. Oh, there we go. Ah,
So
I
living
need
my
better
best
lighting
life
in my room. Oops. Sorry?
it said living my best life at 60 is talking about getting purple cardstock, 5 different shades. So is this another purple lover?
Yes. So you were asking me where to buy it. Now she is. I have no idea where to buy any except for maybe Michael's or Amazon. Amazon might be the best. And what isn't there to love about purple?
You're not a fan?
Oh, no, I'm saying what isn't there to love?
Oh,
I love I
yeah.
love
We need
purple.
to start a group or something. And Terry, I totally agree with
Yes.
you and Susie that you guys are too far away. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, so close but yet so far away.
Well, yeah. I mean, New Jersey isn't very close.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a little bit further away, but
Yeah.
okay.
Stapler.
Now, so I've a white background on here because the cardstock was kind of beige. I actually got this from Brenda. Some nice long strips of this manila. So I'm going to put green at the bottom and blue at the top. Oops. And I'm not going to cover it totally. I don't think.
So you're doing those gel print backgrounds on all your ATC blanks? Is that what you're is that the
Yes. Yes, I am. Yeah. And I'm trying not to get anything on the back of the cards, but we'll see what happens in the end, right?
Yeah.
So the green is going to represent grass, and then I'm going to do blue at the top for the sky. And we'll see how it works out. Oops. And I keep knocking that camera, sorry.
Come hell or high water, I am going to pull out my gel plate one of these days because I've been like Brenda did a whole series of idea videos about it, and I'm thinking, well, why am I not using mine? And
Wow.
does a few more, and I, like
And and then I just did one recently with the tags. And now with these, and these are like so easy. You
yeah.
should haul it up. Maybe I'll have to clean out my spare bedroom where there's 2 single beds and both of you ladies can come over for a couple nights.
For a sleepover. Oh dear.
Yes. For a sleepover and do some crafting and some painting and
And by painting, you probably mean you need to do your kitchen walls, right?
oh, what you know what? I never thought about that, but I would love to paint my craft room, my studio.
Yeah. So Brenda, she wants slave labor, I think.
No, but what I really was thinking was stuff like this,
Yeah.
fun stuff.
I'm just teasing you.
No Tom Sawyer, okay? I promise.
Well, I think that sounds good, but since we can't seem to even get together for lunch and some cackling,
Well, then
it's
we wouldn't have to worry about weather or travels and then having to turn around and travel back home again on the same day.
yeah.
We could just travel somewhere and stay overnight, a night
I
or two.
I always thought Red Deer was such a nice city. Um,
Uh,
but now it seems like it's gotten so big. Is it is it still as easy to get around in?
Um, more or less for me, anyways, because
You know where you're
I'm
going.
kind of a homebody.
Yeah. Yeah, these girls in the comments say PJ party.
Oh, and Susie is asking what you're doing.
Oh, I'm okay, Susie. I was saying earlier that because this is such a special occasion, this live with Joan, I cleaned my desk. And instead of having everything everywhere, now I have it sort of semi separated into categories. Ha. And I'm just trying to work my way through some of these things. Like it's sad state of affairs, really. And I don't need any ephemera, but we know I'm not throwing it out either. So what the heck? So
Oh,
it's basically tags, maybe clusters. I don't know.
oh, I love that.
So Joan could have
Mhm.
easily invited Brenda to join us, and we could have had a three-way screen split.
Oh, well, you know what? Brenda still can come up and join us. Brenda, where art thou?
Oh, she says almost time to go. Did we scare her
Oh,
off?
I didn't mean to.
She says, did we
Oh,
set the end of April?
let's see.
Oh, she's in her pajamas
Oh,
too. Oh my goodness, you guys.
Mick Mouse Mom is coffee dyeing with doilies for the first time. How awesome and exciting.
Well,
Be
and
really careful with them. They fall apart easily.
yeah, that's for sure. Very gently. Um, yeah, that's Terry, Teri. Terry is Mick mom.
Okay.
At one time before I kind of and of course I don't know a lot of your people here.
PJ
Yeah,
party.
but for the longest time I started a list in a book because sometimes
Hmm.
people handles aren't the same as their actual names. So I'm thinking,
I
I won't.
have one of those books too, but my hands are kind of painty right now.
Well, yeah, and you hate to ask the same thing over and over again. What's your name again? So I just I
I'll
need a
ask you again later if I forget. But I love to journal is Mary, and she says, we crafters are saving the planet by recycling. Yes.
it's true. I don't know if you can see this. I just
Oh,
stamped
let me zoom you up.
well,
This mouse, no, this mouse doesn't have any paint on it yet. I got to get some paint on it to be true,
It's
right?
nothing that revolutionary. I just wanted to show that these are
There
just
we
one.
go.
This is just one of those little sticker or part of a sticker sheet. An Avery sticker sheet. These are the little
Oh,
tiny ones, 1/2 inch by what, 1.5. And I just stamped a whole
okay.
bunch of random images on there. So of course,
Oh,
peel
cool.
one, you get part of whatever it is. So here I get part of
Oh.
a pair of shoes.
And then on my live not too long ago, I did with a gel plate. I did over stickers.
Yes,
I
I've
think
done
that
that
was
too,
one of my first lives.
and that is fun
Yeah.
because you kind of, you just let yourself go. You don't,
Yeah.
you're not worrying about how it's going to turn out. You're just,
Yeah. You don't look at the lines, you just do it. Yeah.
yeah.
Susie says that's cool.
Susie is one of the most supportive um, subscribers, viewers, cheerleaders out there. So
Yeah.
you can count on her. Well, and Terry as well. And Teresa is another one. I think
Oh, sorry about that. Which Teresa? I know a
Teresa,
couple.
Teresa DeFredo. I
Okay.
commented on you during or on your video during Masterboard Madness.
Right.
She lives in Washington State.
Yeah.
So
That's
just,
the TER, not the THER.
that's right. Yeah, it's just a really busy time for her
Mm.
because listing her house. So
Mm. Okay, now do I clean that? I think I will clean this before I put blue on it. Because I don't think blue and green will look too good together.
what do you mean? That's a classic combination.
Yeah, but green in the sky?
Oh,
That usually
right.
means a good storm coming.
Kind of a landscape. Ah,
And we have storm warnings here until 8 o'clock tonight, so
oh,
I
really?
don't want to I don't want to push it by putting green in here too in the sky.
So, what
Uh,
are they warning about? Rain or wind?
I'm sorry?
What are they warning about? Rain or wind or what?
I don't know. I just got a notice on my cell phone saying storm warnings until 8 p.m. I didn't even go check. I don't want to know. Ignorance is bliss. Oh, thank you, Susie. I really enjoyed doing that one. And I really enjoyed the challenge.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, people really seemed to kind of get into it, so that was nice.
Mm. I try to hit one of those kind of challenges every month. It really pushes me.
Well, and the thing is that there are so many channels and so many challenges and so many collaborate. Like I just feel so guilty about my inability to watch more videos. Like, I mean, it's just, and I know you can speed things up and whatever, but geez,
Okay, but how many subscribers do you have to begin with?
just about 1,200.
Okay. And then some of them, their videos are only 5 minutes. I try to average my videos to 10, 12 minutes.
Well, but
Plus,
you,
never mind the lives. And then there's some people who have their videos. I won't. Like some of them, their videos will last up to an hour or something like that. Can you imagine
Well, and I have
watching
both.
all of those?
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
you can't.
okay, but you know how to edit.
Yes. Which I'll be showing you a couple tricks when we meet. When we meet.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a paper. Oh, I picked two. Oh. And you know what? And that helps. It takes a lot of time though to edit.
That's why I've been reluctant to learn because I don't like that's not how I choose to spend my time.
Um, but then when you start editing, then you start to find out when you can pause your camera when you're recording. Like, do you record with your cell phone?
Yes, but you
Okay, so do I too. So then you can pause your cell phone
not if it's an
anytime that you have a um uh mm,
okay,
you just pause it.
okay, but Joan, you cannot pause an iPhone.
Why not? That's crazy.
I know.
Okay, then if you can't pause the iPhone, then you just cut out those two little bits.
I know, but then that's when I hear some
Mm.
people say that,
Mm.
well, I shot 12 hours of video and then I edited for 3 hours.
Oh,
I'm
stuff.
my goodness. No,
Yeah.
well, nuts in my
Huh.
I wouldn't do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Everyone can do what they want, obviously.
Yeah. And that's why I like doing lives more now.
Well, and
Mm.
I'll tell you, when I
Mm.
first saw lives
Well,
come,
no,
I
Diamond with Cutie says that you can pause on the iPhone.
uh well, she says now. So, well, I don't okay, what
Oh,
I always
okay,
do
how old is
updates.
your cell phone though?
It's not old. It's
Okay.
perhaps 2 years.
Mm.
It's a
Hmm.
it's a 13, no, yeah, 13 Max Pro.
Okay. So do you have the Cutie says yes, the new update changed that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, oh, cool. Cool.
I didn't know I was coming for tech support tonight.
Awesome. You never know what happens on a live. And that's another thing I like about lives because people start chatting and sharing tips and tricks and
And tech support.
okay. KY says that hers is a 13 Pro also.
Okay. Well, and yeah, that um I think
Oh,
I
cool.
did ask what her real name is because this KY Philly was also one of the people that tuned in when I was on Martha's channel. And I thought,
Yes.
okay, let me see who I'm thinking KY. Well, that must be Kentucky. Kentucky means,
Yes, it is.
and Philly is a horse. So I'm thinking, oh
Uh,
my God, I'm a genius. Kentucky horse.
of course, it's a horse to course.
Of course, she says that it has something to do with like a pet name, I think, that her grandmother had for her, I believe, if I'm remembering that correctly. So, anyway, so it's a small world.
Hmm. Yes. Oh, she is awesome. She's the one that got me into diamond painting.
Very, yes.
And she sent me a few little diamond paintings.
Uh,
Totally addicted now.
and you would think I'd be able to remember Sherry since I have a sister named Sherry. Different
Yeah.
spelling, but
Totally right, Carly girl. She says that's the best part. We learn so much from each other.
Well, and Susie
and
said
how to make a
like
mess.
the interaction.
Yeah. Okay, I am going to leave you just for a minute or just a half a shake, because I have paper stuck to my gel print here. And so I just have to rinse off the paper. Otherwise, paper bits are going to get onto my little cards here.
Okay, I'll hold down the fort while you're gone.
Yes, would you please?
Yes, I
2
will.
shakes and I will be right back. Oh, hi, Lucretia, my flower.
Hello. This is Hazel. Okay. The cat is gone. What should the mice do in her absence? Any ideas? Okay, let's leave that alone. Oh, Lord, Lord. Hello, Lucretia. I'm you would have missed the introduction. I live in Alberta, a few hours away, maybe 3 hours or so away from Joan, and we've just figured out we've been trying to get together for over the last year, along with Brenda Clark, to have coffee and you know yuck it up a bit. But so far this virtual will have to do, I guess. Don't tell me. Oh, there it is. I'm going to say, don't tell me I lost another pin, but. So for the people that I don't know who are in the chat, can you maybe just let me know if you are journal makers and paper crafters as well? Is that kind of part of what you do? Is that part of the attraction for being here tonight?
What? Are you sure? Are you serious? I don't think so.
Okay, I love to journal. Okay, diamond painting. I make Japanese bind. Oh, I've never tried Japanese binding. Or wait, maybe I did. Is that the stab binding? Okay, good. So, can you just tell me, Tessa, does the stab binding also include all that glue?
Okay, I'm back. Thank you. I just had to get some paper and that off this one too, off my roller. What did I miss?
Well, I was asking the people that I don't know if they um, are into journal making or other paper craft. So,
Ah,
Tessa, would you have a look at this? Is this, in fact, what you're talking about? Now, I didn't finish it because I think this was in preparation for a course I was
oh,
taking on.
I'm going to zoom you up here.
Okay.
Let me see here. Oh, that looks like the Japanese binding.
Well, that's what I said. But then this is kind
Oh, with X's.
of
Okay, there's another name to that one. My goal is to try one type of each binding.
mhm.
Oh, and then the and. Okay, where I see to the far right, it almost looks like a Copic.
Maybe that's it. So I
Yeah,
had signed up for a course, and this is all watercolor
right.
paper. But of course, it's you've got days worth of instruction. Well, it was, I don't
Yeah,
know, instructors. So I never actually finished it, but I do have lifetime access to it. So I guess I should go
yeah.
back and see what's
And
what.
then, like Teza says, no Japanese books are done on the outside. That's right. So stitching from approximately 1 inch in
Uh,
from
yeah,
the
yeah,
binding
I know what you mean.
from
Yeah,
yeah,
that
then they're
that
stitching there
margin all
also.
the way down.
Yes. Yeah. Which I don't know if I like that or not, because I think that would make it harder to open up the book. Like you wouldn't be able to open it flat,
And I think
right?
that when I did this, it seems to me I used that crummy thread that I have that slips. It shouldn't be this loose. So I feel like I need to cut all these threads, use some, look at, it shouldn't be that loose. So
Oh, yeah, you have to tighten
use my
after each
wax
little loop
thread.
and that.
Yeah, since I have all of these folded and the holes all made, I need to use some proper waxed linen thread.
Mhm. I
Anyway,
order waxed polyester thread from Amazon, and I've
well,
used it for a couple of years now and just ordered more.
yeah,
Um,
I
I
think,
do have the link in I think in most of my YouTube videos.
well, I have
Oops, up,
I
down.
more thread than I will ever use because, of course, I put it on my Christmas list and I got the gigantic set, with every color under the sun.
But is it the waxed though?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
And of course, a person can do you need to go back to
Mhm.
split screen. Um, a person can also, of course, do the old
Mhm.
fashioned way where you wax your own threads just with a chunk of beeswax.
Yeah, I used to have a chunk of beeswax in with my sewing stuff. Used to.
I have one with
And
my
like
butt
disappeared
stuff.
into thin air.
But when there's a new tool available, a new piece of equipment, a new supply, we kind of just gravitate to that.
Oops.
Uh, I did see that Sherry said that she wants to start making or try making a journal. So that's great.
Yes. And I saw some of the papers that she's already collected. It is going to turn out so nice. I am so excited to see it. Oh, I am not on here. I got to put me back on. There we go. Oops.
So you just wanted to have some artist trading cards on hand, or do you have a specific event or something that you're going to that you need them for?
Well, I thought I would have a handful ready for my next giveaway. So instead of doing a couple little journals to give away, I was going to do, let's say, maybe about a dozen little trading cards and a couple little goodies to add into an envelope.
Yeah. Well, like they're the modern day trading cards. Like
Oh.
Everyone wants to get their hands on some vintage ones from the 1890s or whatever. Well, whatever ATCs we're creating these days, um, those will become coveted collector's pieces someday
Yes, right.
because they're personalized, they're custom made, they're precious.
Well, I want these ones to be kind of spring, just because I'm so tired of this cold winter. Even though we did have rain yesterday, we still have a little bit of snow left here.
Yeah, we have a bit as well. But it got up to 16 today, so
Hmm.
it's not gonna last long.
Well, I don't know what it got up to here.
Susie, you say you don't have
No,
any white bread. I think
12.
next time you buy something from me, I'll include some in your package. You just have to
Oh,
maybe tell me what color you prefer because I've got
oh,
everything.
well, there we go. Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah.
Now, doesn't that look like grass and sky?
Yes.
And so I first just did a little bit of green on the job plate and then blue. And then I just go and lift it up like that.
Cannot believe I did.
Well, who knows with AI? Oh my goodness, yeah. I think AI is starting to take over.
Yeah, I don't like that one little bit.
Well, the picture of you and I for this live is actually AI. Sorry.
Oh, I didn't. You know, I'm hopeless with Facebook, so that's where you put it, right?
um, yes, but if you also see for YouTube, for the picture at the beginning or the intro picture
Oh,
for us going live is an
oh,
AI picture.
and do we look pretty good?
Oh, I think we look pretty good
For a couple of
can I say
fake.
for our age? For being 29 again?
Uh-huh.
We're only 29, right?
I have supplies that are older than 29. Oh dear. That's funny. Very funny, Joan.
Oh, so I have to tell you, when I took my MOA, medical office assistant with unit clerk specialty, probably 15 years ago, I was telling everybody I was 29, just as a joke. And then when one lady found out I was at least 20 years older, she was so upset with me. She would not speak to me for a couple weeks
Oh my God.
because she believed me. And I'm like, so instead of getting upset that she didn't speak to me, I thought, this is great because she actually believed me.
Well, but it also, like, I don't know. She probably felt embarrassed at being gullible. And instead of just going with that, held you responsible.
And then, and to boot, another girl tried to hook me up with her uncle, who was about the same age. And then he found out my real age. I told him, I said, I am sorry, but I cannot go out with you because this is how old I really am. He didn't believe it. So the moral of the story,
Lie about your age.
totally, yeah. It was a blast.
So what is your focal point going to be on those ATCs? Have you figured that out yet?
Yes. I am going to, with this little pancella stuff
Oh, yeah.
and my homemade texture paste, I'm going to make what hopefully will look like a honeycomb. And then I stamped these little bees. Then I will color a little bit of yellow in them and cut them out.
Well, that's a cool stamp.
And then paste onto here and maybe put a little flower sticker on here, I think.
So how many, this is essentially a mass make that you're doing. How many pieces will you have in the end?
I want, oops, sorry for the shake. I want at least 12 that turn out. So of course I'm doing a few more just in case there's a little oopsie, right? So yeah, I think 12 would be nice. Uh-oh, my phone went off. There you go.
When I have my phone in the holder,
Oh.
I always have it connected to the, it's always charging. So
Right.
that's one thing I don't have to worry about. And I also finally learned to turn off notifications, because it used to, I would be doing a video and then someone would text or phone, and of course stops the video dead in its tracks. And that's very
annoying, embarrassing. Oops.
Well, yeah. And I mean, I hate effort. If you end up having to do it all over again, that's. Have anything yellow here?
And then Cutie says, yeah, Joan is 29 and staying. You bet it. You bet I am.
Well, when people would hear how long I've been married, I always used to say, but in case they're trying to do some math or something, I would say, but I was a child bride. And for a long time, that kind of seemed to work. But then, when you have a kid who has a kid that is 15, you can't exactly convince anyone that you got married when you were 12. So I don't know. I've had to give up with that.
Sure. And then they just had kids when they were 12 because they follow mama's footsteps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just using, I should put that on the other side. I'm just using all this, any sensible person would have stuff in the garbage. An old piece of math.
Jersey came in late and she says, what are you all making? I came in late at the moment. Okay, I am making ATC cards. And so I'm using my gel print or my gel plate. So I did the green for grass and I'm doing blue for the sky now. And then I'm going to add bees to it and something springy, save the bees. And then I'll let Hazel tell you what she's doing.
Hi, Jersey. I am, well, in honor of this big event here with Joan, I cleaned my desk off and found that I had so much stuff, bits and pieces, some things that probably, should have gone in the garbage, but of course we never do that. So I just thought I'm going to just do as much of whatever as I can. So this would end up being a cluster. These other things, might end up being a pocket or a journaling card or something. But it's just kind of a hopeless and feeble attempt at working through some of these scraps. So keep your fingers crossed, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Because there's no end to it.
Okay, I did not get green on that one, but that's all right. I'll put that one aside. I have what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh my goodness, it looks like I have about 18 of them.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well,
So,
out of 18, whoa, sorry about the shake. Out of 18, what? At least a dozen should turn out, right?
well, I don't see why you think that some won't. Everything is fixable, right?
I know, but if I didn't prepare for some not turning out, then some would not turn out if I didn't prepare. Right?
Okay, but when was the last time you ever had to throw something out because it wasn't salvageable in one way or another?
In the art world, probably a really long time.
So, another thing that's really hot right now is, or maybe it's always been hot, is doodling. Have you ever do any doodling?
Oh, doodling?
Yeah.
Oh, I love doodling. Oh, I don't know why this is doing that. It's just picking up the paper again. That's the only time something really doesn't turn out. So when this happens, do I throw this out? No. This goes in a little bin and then I recycle it to make homemade paper. Then the
So
paint just adds more color to the paper.
what what kind of paper are you using there? Is that copy paper?
Um, this one is a 24 pound, but it could have been because this was
Is it too dry?
not completely dry,
Oh,
but just a little damp. So I should have let it dry more and then put another top color on top, like so it would peel off here better. And I know that like when you use your gel pencil, you have to let one color completely dry and then you put on a peeling color.
so you're not following your own advice or what?
Yeah, don't take my own advice. No. Oh wow. Okay, I'm putting that aside. Put that one aside. And then I will let those dry just a little bit. Oops. Yeah, they're still a little damp.
Look at this cactus that I fussy cut from the latest Costco magazine. I'll go in and cut out those little patches. But isn't that cool?
I'm gonna zoom you up here just
Oh, well,
okay. Oh, I do like those.
one time, one time I did some of, I don't know what it was. I don't remember what the finished product was, but it was also one of those images, this sort of style, on the cover of a Costco thing. So, I mean, there is stuff that is free for the taking. We just have to, and those of you who came by later, I snagged a couple of drink coasters off the table last night because some of us went for supper before our junk journal meeting. So,
see, and then if you didn't nab them, they would have thrown them in the garbage because they were used.
yeah.
Right.
I've been.
Hi, Waffles. Waffles says hi, Hazel.
Oh,
Oh,
hi.
she can't see me waving. Oops. Hi.
I have
Welcome,
been
welcome.
known
Oh,
to, like if there are some really pretty napkins, like if you're at a baby shower or whatever,
oh. And
known
then
to.
Earl's. Earl's with that wee little parrot of theirs. I saved the napkins for that wee little parrot.
Well, yeah, and if you play your cards right and don't, dab at the corner of your mouth or whatever with it, you can snag a perfectly good napkin to take home and craft with.
I know, right? My niece looked at me when I nabbed one and she's like, "What?" I said, "I want the parrot, okay?" That's all I said. I want the parrot, okay?
I
Hi,
think
boss. I'm just turning you into a little smurf here. So then you can click on other people and connect with them.
I guess that people kind of need to be forewarned if they go out in public with us that anything is liable to happen, and they better be prepared for it.
There we go. Yeah. And Mary, I sometimes get to the checkered paper. Oh, that they line the baskets with. And oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
love that checkered paper.
Well, and you would have to
Mm,
ask for that before it gets
yeah.
greased.
Yeah. Oh, and then I asked one time at Tim Hortons if I could have one of their just little bags. And so the guy handed me one, but he had greasy hands. So then when I got it, the bag was all greasy. I'm like, ah, I couldn't ask for another one though.
And make him wash his hands first.
Well, he had the gloves on. Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, okay, I think these are all dry. They feel like that. Are they all dry? Nope, not quite. One is wet. That one is. Okay. Well, you were very welcome, boss.
Scored a fresh one.
Ooh. I was having fish and chips, and the paper was nautical and scored a fresh one. Oh, that would be cool. Okay, so next, that paper like no, it's still a little damp. That's good. So my homemade little texture paste here. Oops.
And why are you calling it? Well, like,
So
you have a recipe or what?
homemade, I will show you what I used. Uh, Uh-oh. Okay.
Is it the nail hole filler?
Okay. So, okay, I got this recipe offline. If I can find the lady who had the little video, I'll leave a link below. But you use 1/4 cup of baby powder, and I use just cheap stuff that I got from the dollar store.
Buy waffle.
So 1/4 cup and 1 tablespoon of white glue. And once again, I just use the dollar store stuff. Then 1 tablespoon of white paint. And then when you're mixing it, if it's a little too thick, you can add a little bit more of paint.
And have you
But
used this
then
before?
this thing to stir it.
Yeah. Joan, have you done this before?
Yes, I have. This is probably about the 3rd time that I've made this paste.
And it holds up perfectly well.
Really, really good. Yes. Actually, I will show you a journal. I think I'll show you a journal. There we go. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way. Now, this one,
Okay.
this I made the texture paste, and this was, November 22.
Okay.
So I did this in November of 22. And look
And
at
no
how nice it's still holding up.
crumbling or anything.
Yeah. And then, so this time, because I wanted a beehive effect, I thought, oh, well, I'm going to put in some food coloring. And it just wasn't quite the right color. So then I added just a little bit more of this sunny yellow, which dollar store paint.
Yeah.
So the only thing dollar store or the only thing non-dollar store was the first original white paint that I put in. So it will last 2 to 3 months if you have a good cap over it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in a cool, dark place.
Well, and another, in the past, I have used, like nail hole filler, spackle kind of thing.
Hi, Martha. Yes, I've used spackle too.
Martha,
Um,
it's
Martha,
Hazel.
how are you doing, my dear?
Martha, you aware that you won my Masterboard Madness giveaway? You need to
I know she did.
you need to contact me, my dear.
Okay, I need my little scraper. Yes, way, Martha. I'm a witness. You did. Well, when you use something and you have it like right there, all nice and prepared, and then it just disappears.
I've never had that happen. Tell me all about it.
Oh, no, no, you haven't. None of us have.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
So what did you lose? A scraper?
Yeah, my little spatula to take some out and then spread it onto the cards. It's my little mixer, but that's not what I want. Well, you know what? I've got a couple more. I will be right back in a flash.
I don't know how you missed that video, but yes, you'll have to, well, email me, obviously, and we'll figure something out. Because I was saying, for the longest time that it would depend on who wins and where they live and blah, blah, blah. And what about tariffs and all that jazz. So, yeah, we'll figure out something that will please you. Again, she just leaves us. Oh, and there's Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I just came across the notes that I made when you were doing some of that paper dyeing. I still haven't put my hand to that yet.
Oh, you haven't done paper dyeing?
Well, I have, but Carrie had kind of a few really good videos on dyeing, and she was using
Carrie, hi.
I think she was using Rit dye, and
Oh,
I
yes.
thrifted what do you call
Oh,
it? Tie dye
and then,
stuff. Tie dye dye. Tie dye
yeah.
dye.
And then,
And
Carrie, did you ever get these? I sent you some of these after you sent me some Kool-Aid. Oh, no. Oh my goodness, because that was like probably a couple weeks after I received the Kool-Aid. I will send more out to you this week. You can dye some paper with that. That's another thing, Hazel, or anybody else. Dye paper with
can do
this.
what?
There's no sugar in this.
What is that?
Just like
An
actually I
apple?
got it from Dollar Tree and it's just a fruit drink.
Oh, okay.
Just like the Kool-Aid, but no sugar. And then see, I couldn't get Kool-Aid without sugar here, so Carrie sent me some. So then I sent her some of these.
So you're saying the sugar isn't, you don't want sugar in it?
Well, no, I don't like putting sugar in things that I dye paper with because they can attract bugs and that after, even though some things like I've done wine dyed paper and a couple others that
Yeah.
has sugar, but I prefer not to.
Oh.
So,
I prefer to stink up my house by cooking purple cabbage.
oh my goodness, isn't that stuff awful?
Yes, but the
That
paper, the dyeing
the
is so pretty.
color. I love the color though.
Yeah. The last time I did avocado dye, it was kind of disappointing. So I don't know what the heck. Like, I am the only one in the house who eats them. So
Did you
I,
put the pits in with it too?
yeah, I do the pits and the skins, after I've cleaned off
Okay,
the extra meat.
right.
And then I just keep them in a bag in the freezer until I have quite a bit and until I'm ready to use it. because
Right.
initially I used to just leave the pits on the counter, but eventually they dry up and pretty well become nothing. So that's
But
not
that's
good.
all right, though. You can still use them. I've still used them.
Oh,
And then I cut them in half. And
yeah.
then I put in a little alum.
Oh, see, I have some, but I've never used it.
Yeah,
And that helped.
ALUM. Put a little bit of that in also.
That'll help hold the color.
Yes.
I've also done beet dyeing. So that
Yes, me
too
too.
is beautiful.
Yeah. And then I've done fern leaf. A
Oh,
girlfriend of mine has a bunch of ferns on the edge of her house. Turns out really nice.
oh, I had freezer burnt rhubarb chunks and I did that. But
Oh,
it was kind of almost gelatinous. So I would not recommend that. I mean, the color was
oh.
fine, but yeah.
And don't do carrot.
Oh, what?
Carrot turns out awful because it's kind of all gummy also.
Oh, oh, Susie
Yeah.
likes the smell of cabbage. uh,
Oh, yes. But when you're cooking up the red cabbage or purple cabbage, as some call it,
yeah.
um, no. And then it stinks for quite a while too. Oh dear. Oops. Oh, my baby. Hey, Cherokee girl, how are you? I'm going to turn you into Smurfette again. I took a few people off because they were in the top mod, not the standard mod. Oh, and Carrie, I have to turn you into a little Smurfette too. You just click on to anybody else, do a left click if you're right-handed, and you can connect with them. I can't hear you anymore, Hazel.
Oh,
Did
well,
I do something? Oh,
no,
oh,
I, maybe I was concentrating for a second.
oh, okay. I thought maybe I did something because all of a sudden it was like, can't hear you. Phoebe? What?
Oh,
What?
when you mentioned carrots, it made me think of onions. If you've ever
Right.
used onions, that is a very bright yellow.
Yeah. And the longer that you leave it, the brighter yellow. I mean, it turns even more beautiful than this. Like it's really nice. If you can leave the water or the paper in the water overnight,
Well, I have a bunch of
beautiful.
onions that I was saving. That's good to know.
Yeah.
When I dye paper, I like to pretty well make the turn, do a whole day's worth because I just can't be bothered doing a few sheets at a time. It
I
doesn't
know, right?
seem efficient to me at all.
Yeah.
If I'm making a
Yeah.
mess,
Right.
let's cover everything. And I have never once in my life baked any of the papers.
Look in there, Jet. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh. Trouble. Uh, no, don't step on there. Please, girl. Ah.
You
What?
have
Come on.
that, Abel?
Come on. Jump.
Oh,
Jump.
pomegranate.
It's,
Oh,
kitty
that's
kitty.
So Carrie, that is the skin and that yellow pulpy stuff, or do you boil the seed, like the fruit itself?
What, are you talking about the onion?
No, she mentioned pomegranate.
Oh,
Comes out yellow,
oh,
yellow and very
I've
grungy.
never done. My turkey, I care, kitty, kitty. Kitty. Oh, yes, a lot of people dye eggs with onion skin. I'm waiting to find out how she does it with the pomegranate. Jet, where are you into? No. No, it's
Ev-
not been 2 hours. Go away. Behave.
okay, but Carrie, you
No.
have to tell us more than that. You didn't throw the whole thing in, did you?
She tossed the whole thing in the pot. Ooh, that's an expensive one then, isn't it? Expensive dyeing.
Okay, but because she said it turned out dark yellow, I'm thinking she's probably talking about the skin and that yellow pulpy stuff. Like, wouldn't the seeds, you would think, make something reddish?
That's something.
Maybe she will reveal the secret recipe.
Oh. Inquiring minds want to know.
Exactly.
So that would be worth it. You know how sometimes some grocery stores have their fruit or veggies off to the side that are half spoiled,
Yeah.
for a real good price? If there was a pomegranate off to the side like that, then yeah, I would try it. But I'm not going to pay full price, not here anyways, for pomegranate just for dyeing paper. They're expensive.
Well, and it's kind of out of season too. Doesn't that
So,
just appear in fall around Christmas? Or maybe I don't get
I'm,
out.
uh, I'm not sure. I'm kind of a homebody too myself.
Is Martha still here?
Earth calling Martha. Come in,
Pomegranate
Martha.
bush and gave you a handful. Yes, Susie, I'm doodling just around these. And if Martha is in the house after her gushing over these Faber Castell Pit Artist brush pens, I said, Martha went to the vineyard. I
I'm afraid. Whoops.
I can see why she and Carol like them. They are pretty darn.
Okay. Susie asks if you are doodling, so I'm just going to zoom you up again so she can see what you're doing.
Well, it's nothing so exciting. These were more of those
Oh,
stamped stickers. So I did some very primitive looking coloring here and then just thought, well, I better carry the green through. I just did a bit of outlining there and then because I figured this could be like a page hangover, but I
right.
should pick another green.
The Martha went to Vineyard, Turkey
Yeah,
says. Mm, I don't
that's
know where that
um,
is.
well, Martha's Vineyard. That's a
Oh.
quick thinker in the audience there. Oh, darn. Well, that didn't work as well in real life as I thought it would.
We nicknamed one of our sisters Martha because she's so much like Martha Stewart.
Oh,
And then whenever she phones, Martha Stewart's picture shows up on my cell phone.
So
I
she's
hope that works.
very capable and crafty, is what you're trying to say? Or she's
Micromanager.
Joan, or she's gone to jail. She's done jail time.
No, micromanager.
Oh,
Yeah. She knows exactly how to do things, where to put them, etc., etc. Yeah. And she can tell you exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it.
oh. So it's not a term of endearment.
Anyways, what about those Oilers?
A nice segue.
You know how people just change topic when they want to? Yeah.
Yes.
Just here we go. Oh,
Hey, anyone who has sisters knows.
yeah. Especially if they're older sisters.
Hey,
Oh,
watch it. I'm the firstborn.
okay. It's all
Three girls.
right. Sorry.
Is your
It's, oh,
is your Martha firstborn?
um, yeah, yeah. She's the oldest sister.
Hey, some of that comes with the territory, you know. Oh dear. If you've
Yeah,
ever read anything about birth order, you know there is something to it.
yeah.
First,
There
first
is. Oh,
firstborns
is
are.
Joy back? Joy's back. Hi, Joy. Mama J misses you. Hmm. I wonder if I should put the honeycomb on all of these or just some of them. No, I think I should put them on all.
Are you going to show a close up at some point of the results you're getting there?
Oh, well, you know what? I probably could do that. Why not?
Well, you are in charge after
So,
all.
okay. There is one card with just the sky. Then I have the rest of the ones here. So it has actually from my gel print, I did the green and then I did the blue. And right now I'm using the Punchella to make, oh dear, oops, what I'm hoping to be and to look like honeycomb. I'll show a better one.
Yeah, that'll
And
give you.
then
Sure.
I'm going to color in the bees. I wonder if that's going to be too big. No, I don't think so. I think
No,
that'll be
I think
good.
but usually bee
Yeah,
stamps are so tiny. No, it's nice to have a big bee.
yeah. So then I'll color this in. I'm just going to add some yellow in these little white parts here. And then I'm going to trim out the bee and then attach it to the cards.
Uh, you're gonna fussy cut,
Yeah,
right? Okay, good.
yeah, as best as I can. And
Not your favorite thing,
I
or what?
not really know, but I really should have put all the honeycomb on to the left side then, because the way that the bee is facing.
Well, you can probably add a bit more there, can't you? Another little bit in the corner.
Um, I could. I'll also look to see if I have another bee stamp. I think I do. And if it faces the other way, that would be good. Then,
Yeah, that's an easier
maybe,
solution.
yeah, yeah. And then maybe a flower stamp or something. So if I have, let's say this one, And then I'll put the B on here, like about right there. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, aren't you
And
clever?
then a little flower or something down here, maybe. And a word. I'll choose a word first in case I don't have enough room for the word and the flower. Here we go. Oh, you don't have any of this, Mary? I'll send some out for you when I send out your journal, okay? Actually, I will grab a piece right now and I'll put it in your journal. There's no time like right now, right? Okay. See, I'm cutting it up right now.
Well, with everyone's memories as reliable.
And I'm sticking it in your journal right now. There we go. There we go. Done. I hope to get those mailed out tomorrow. I don't have anything going on tomorrow. Friday, I have a live at 2, so I don't really want to go out because I don't
So,
want to be late.
Joan, do you? I don't know where you're mailing that. I'm assuming is it to the States, or do you mail things?
One I will be mailing to the US and one of them in Canada.
Okay. Do you use Chit Chats?
Chit Chat?
Chit Chats to ship.
What is that?
Well, when Canada Post was on strike, I have been trying unsuccessfully for quite a while to find a decent, affordable shipping option.
Right.
And so anyway, the postal strike, of course, made it critical. So Chit Chats is based out of Calgary. It has the best website, bar none, that I have ever seen for any purpose. It is so user friendly, and the prices are so much better than Canada Post. Easy to use. Um, and in fact, during all this tariff turmoil, they did like about a week's worth of webinars where they were just, doing presentations, answering people's questions, and so on. So, and I'm sure there must be a drop-off spot in Red Deer. I would be gobsmacked if there wasn't.
Okay, can you put that in the chat for everyone, please?
Well, you have to, it's a Canadian thing. So only,
or at least the name of it. So those of us in Canada, because there's a few.
Yeah. Okay.
They can just check it out, please. Thank you.
Let me just.
And then I'll check it out before I mail out. Before I mail out the journal that stays in Canada.
Well, and
yeah, there was only 2 Canadians that put in for the journal to win that journal here in Canada.
Oh. And Susie is saying it's fast, and it is, and it has tracking and so on, unless it's really small. Like I have even mailed just small envelopes, like so for instance, in my Etsy shop, I have those Aunt Martha's iron-on kits, and for some reason there seems to be a real interest in those things. Anyway, so then I compared Chit Chats, and they do they're Oh, I don't know that they're affiliated with Canada Post, but they are. I don't know. It's one of the options. And even people who have Etsy shops can choose chit chats in that drop down menu. Anyway,
Ooh.
so well, I guess fortunately, the depot, or there are maybe two in Edmonton. So obviously, like I'm an hour and a half away from that particular spot in the city. So I take, I group things and I'm not running there every day because that wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, you saved $5 on postage, but you spent 10 on fuel, so that would be stupid. But yeah, the savings are pretty darn good. And I just like that they seem to know what the heck is going on, like with this tariff uncertainty. Like
Right.
I have an Etsy shop, so the tariff.
Okay. So sorry. Cutie is asking for what the name is again. Can you spell it out and I'll put it in
Well, I
chat
did
here?
put it in the chat.
Oh,
It's anyway, I'll spell it CHIT, and it's all one word, and then capital CHATS, chit chats. There are drop off points.
What's after chit chat?
Pardon?
What was after chit chat?
Nothing.
You said something about an S.
Oh, chit chats.
Oh, chit chats. Okay.
Yeah. So there are two.
Okay. I think what happened is because you put it in your chat. Well, the other people in this chat should have seen it.
Oh, okay.
Should have.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I put it in mine also, so then other people can see it too.
Yeah. So for instance,
thank you.
it annoyed me that Etsy, which is of course a global selling platform, they've been around forever. It's like they were in a coma and didn't do one bit of communication about tariffs. So that also earned my admiration and respect for Chit Chats because they were proactive and providing training and whatnot. And I'm thinking, Etsy, you people, you charge so much money for everything, and you're not helping sellers figure this stuff out.
Oh man. Oh, those tariffs are
Yeah.
really bad for the stock market today.
Well, but he put a 90-day pause on it. So then the stock market surged.
I noticed that today, like this afternoon. So,
but the China ones, I can only imagine what it would be like trying to get a parcel from, say, Temu or whatever, when
yeah.
that's, obviously coming from China. Those prices are not going to be attractive for long. Maybe it's already happened.
No. Well, my sister was trying to get me into it. Then she says, oh, well, if you click onto this link, then I can get so many items free. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on, or I'll get you a large gel plate. So I'm like, oh, boo, yeah, sure, why not, right? And they make it so hard because then you have to choose 10 items. Then you have to buy $25 worth, which ends up being $30 worth before they even send you those free things. And I'm like, forget it. Then she sends me another one, and I thought, okay, well, to help her out, I will. I'll click on this. And then it stops off at 1 cent. I need to earn 1 more cent before I can get these items free, which would mean that I have to bug all my friends to join Temu. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to
That
start asking people to join this thing
that
just so I can get some
reminds
free
me of
items.
parties.
Sorry?
That reminds me of Tupperware parties.
Oh,
Getting people to sign up for
yeah.
parties. Hostess could get something or other.
The hostess with the mostest. Right? It's like, no. Or those pyramid things.
Yeah. Hey,
Anything
Susie.
to do with
Um,
pyramids. No.
we're we're not dissing individual Americans. There's just one guy,
Yeah.
and yeah, there's no hard feelings with any of you as individuals. That's for sure. And Timu, if you like, I've gotten some stuff from them in the past, like when they first sort of blasted onto the scene. But I'm telling you, if you ever click the box to get the notifications, they come fast and furious, several a day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. So of course I unsubscribed and I have no idea what's going on there now, but
Wow. I'm not ordering anything from there. And like if it helps somebody else get a couple free items, well then I'll do it to help them. But I'm not gonna order.
I
Not if
remember
it's
because of course when this, like I said, when Timu kind of
that's
just burst onto the scene,
oh dear.
there were all these haul videos. So I figured, well, I could do a haul video. And I did. And then one of my subscribers said, you know, they have been accused of privacy breaches and so on and so on. And then she went so far as to email me I don't know, some kind of short
Mhm.
little of this.
Aw. Love you too, Mary.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so this guy, this young man in a hoodie, probably in his parents' basement, talking about the evils of Timu and security breaches and all that. And I'm thinking, if this was really real, shouldn't that be coming like an official thing, maybe from the White House or something, warning people about it, instead of this adolescent boy in his basement in a hoodie warning him. Anyway, so I know it is an underlying suspicion that people have about them, and I don't know if it's just because it's a China-based firm or what, but I just thought, it doesn't really seem like it's worth the effort to deal with them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like
And there
that's why I said like I'll do it to help somebody else get a couple free items, but just trying to get an order through free.
and
Um,
and this
sorry.
contrived urgency. Oh, this is almost gone. Oh, you only have 30 minutes to order. It just goes on and on.
Oh, now you have to buy so much more to get these items. And like if somebody else can do that, that's all right.
See, I
I'm
haven't.
sorry to those who do order from Temu or Timu. I don't have the patience for it, or is it my OCD or my ADD or ADHD that I have that I can't do that. I have to I have to get it done. I have to just order it and be done. And I think you can do that with Timu though. I think you can just order stuff without all of this.
Oh, yes. Yes. I didn't even know there was this referral thing that you're talking
Yeah,
about. That
yeah.
must be new.
And so yeah, so if I do order from them, I'm just going to order from them on what I want, and I'm not going to do any of these little games that they have because I can't do those games.
And I think
It's the
you all,
games aren't in me.
yeah,
Um, okay,
probably
Star says, I think all the prices will increase as no matter where we buy our stuff, even Amazon, it all comes from China, right?
exactly. That was the point I
Yeah,
was just make. So
yeah.
if Chinese goods are going to have 104% tariff on them, which is what
Oh,
all of
I saw that.
add
That's
up to,
redundant.
then how in the world can that possibly be a good deal anymore?
No, it can't. No, I can do. I
Maybe
think
we
this
have,
no spend
hey,
year is going to end up more than a year for me.
maybe what we need to do is shop our stash.
Well, that's what I've been doing, and that's why I'm doing this no spend year.
A
And I
whole
broke
year?
it. I broke it once.
Oh,
I broke it once, and it's like, yeah,
so when is the year up?
January 1st, 2026.
Oh my,
Actually, I started no spend probably beginning of December, but officially was January 1st. And I broke it one time because I saw some diamond painting stickers and then a couple other things that I wanted to send a couple of my subscribers.
so what? Oh, like obviously there must be some exceptions to this no spend rule.
Okay, I'm not buying anything crafty or clothes or anything that I do not need. Let's say, okay, all of a sudden I run out of black ink. Like my black ink pad is totally dried and I
Yeah.
can't reabsorb it anymore. Well, then I can buy one.
Okay. So
But I'm not going to be going buying more colors that I don't need that I can mix. I'm not going to buy more craft paint because I can mix them to make any color. I don't
but
need any
it
more
apply,
stickers.
does it apply to other parts of your life,
Um,
like clothing and
Clothing, I really don't need any more clothing unless, okay, I don't have any flip flops for summer, so I might buy some. I don't need any kind of shoes. Um, I don't need any tops or anything until I lose about 40 pounds. Then I can buy more clothes.
well, and they say that women wear only 20% of what's in their closets. So
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't need anything.
yeah.
I definitely don't have the money right now.
Well, yeah, and it will only get tougher as this permeates through its way through the economy.
Yeah.
And those of us that are, like 100 years old, obviously didn't do our retirement plans any favors.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what those financial planners have been dealing with. Like, I haven't called
Oh
anybody,
dear.
you know, trying to keep their clients from jumping off a ledge. Because
Yeah.
when you get to be a certain age, you run out of runway for those investments to bounce back.
Oh, and then Star says the Dollar Tree might have been changed to the $5 store. Yeah, no kidding. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. I'm scared to see what prices of diamond paintings are going to look like. No kidding. Well,
Hmm.
I won't be buying any. I don't think well, there's a lot I would like to have for diamond paintings, but I'm not buying any all of 2025. I went into the thrift store the other day, yesterday. No, I didn't even go out yesterday. Last Tuesday. Last Tuesday. So just over a week ago, I went to the thrift store. I saw a couple things I'd like, put them back down, walked out of the store with nothing.
Yeah, I think a person feels pretty darn proud of themselves when they do that. You know,
Yeah.
just the same way we talk ourselves into needing or wanting something, it is possible to talk ourselves out of wanting or needing something.
Oh, totally. Yeah. And I know I don't need anything.
I have been to your thrift stores, my dear, in Red Deer, uh, because Salvation Army and Value Village are they still side by side there?
Pretty close, yes.
And then just a little
Yeah.
bit north is that uh,
Missions.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of nice when they're con, what conscientious? No, that's not the word. When they're considerate enough to all group together for us.
Right. So missions, the first and the third Thursday of the month, they have a discount. Then Salvation Army, if you buy anything any day, seniors is 10% off.
Yeah.
Value Village every Tuesday is 30% off for seniors.
I don't think that the mission ones that you're talking about in Edmonton have any discounts like that. Unless, I mean, I haven't been in there lately or for quite a few months, so unless that has changed.
Yeah, it was the first and third Thursday. I haven't been in there for quite a while though myself either, but last time I was.
Carrie is saying that a
Mm,
book broke and she needs to shop her stash because she has stuff on the floor. That's a good reason.
yeah, there we go.
Did any of you follow? I think it was in January when Cara Brandon Creations teamed up with that organizing woman, Dana K. White, and they did. I think it ran all of January, and it was people sort of getting, decluttering and whatnot.
Oh,
And,
yes.
pardon?
Yes, I did. I saw that.
So that Dana K. White, her premise is to, uh, you know, get the stuff off the floor. And I'm thinking that in itself would be such a huge, uh, you, that would be so much progress right there.
If you saw my floor this morning and if you see it now, you would be so proud.
Oh,
I am so proud what I did to my floor today. It looks awesome. But
well,
I'm
congratulations.
doing now just Susie just getting it done. She's doing 5 minutes a day challenge. So she does a
That
little short every day. and
Is that a,
encourages people to do something for 5 minutes, whether it's the dishes or laundry or cleaning or whatever.
is that a channel name?
Yes. Susie, just getting it done. I'll put it in here. Um,
Oh, never heard of that.
okay.
Well, and this Dana talks about 1 hour better. That, you know, whatever you do in that hour, you obviously you can't make things worse. In other words, you can't pile up a whole bunch of things on another surface and say, well, I've started sorting. She says everything has to go to the logical place that you would look for it if you had to go and look for it. And
Right.
you start doing, um, figuring out. If there is no obvious place, then you have to figure out a place.
Or file 13.
Well, yeah, getting rid of the garbage. And and who among us hasn't started sorting and made a bigger mess than we started with, only to realize that life gets in the way, or you run out of daylight or whatever. And
Hey, it
all
always gets
done
worse
is,
before it gets better. The storm before the calm, right?
well, yeah, but she's saying that that's not the approach to take, because it's so discouraging.
But
you
it's
know
reality, though, too.
well, yeah.
And so I've been keeping track, like there's a challenge out there somewhere um, to get rid of one thing on the first day, two things on the second day, three on the third day. I forget what that one is. Um, but then I saw a video where one lady she just added up all the items and it added up to like 465 items within that month. And then
Yes,
so she just went and she tried to collect 465 items to get out of her house as soon as she could. And I thought, I think I can do that easier than one item on the first day, two items on the second day, three items on the third day. So I've been doing that and I've been keeping a list. Mm. And I have 308 items I got rid of as of yesterday. I got rid of 18 today. So 316, 326, 326 items I got rid of since March 24th.
that's cool. And that same formula of doubling, 1, 2, 4, 8, has been suggested over the years for saving, like save a
Right.
dollar, 1 and 2. Like who the heck could save? What did you say? 400 and whatever it is. That sneaks up on you.
Yeah. So then you just save whatever you can for that day and add it all up.
Yeah.
Oh, like my hands nice and colorful.
I can see you're very upset at the thought of having those dirty
Oh, dear. Mm, Oh, yes, all the linens and the towels right there. I got rid of a bunch recently, but that was before I started adding things up. Mhm.
She says that she gave a whole bunch of stuff away and now can't fit the rest of it in. How does that happen? It's one of those unsolved mysteries.
I know, right? Like, Yeah, I don't know either.
I've told this story on my channel more than once.
Mm,
My mom had a Sears catalog office for 25 years. It was part of our bricks and mortar, craft store, blah, blah, blah.
oops.
So of
Oh dear.
course, you when a customer walked in, you helped them with whatever they wanted, whether they wanted something in our store or whether they had Sears business. And of course, the way it worked is that there was a new Sears catalog released every month and sometimes more than once. And of course, it was practically our duty to look at the catalogs. And you think,
Oh, that's
goodness,
disaster for me.
that's so beautiful, and that's so beautiful, and that's so beautiful. And then you realize I can only sleep on one set of sheets at a time. I can only eat off one set of dishes at a time. And there will always be something more beautiful, more whatever, coming down the pike. So you then rein it in, because really, how can any person keep up with that?
Yeah.
But there's no shortage of marketing experts that are trying to make us think we must have it.
Carrie says, maybe if I wasn't cleaning out that bookcase, it wouldn't have fallen apart.
I always knew cleaning was hazardous to our health. Proof.
Yeah.
Whoops, sorry, I think I just shook the camera.
Oops.
So, Joan, I don't know if I asked you and I agreed to this or not. How long do these things of yours run, these lives?
I
'Cause
like it to last maybe 2 hours.
so we're past that.
I guess we're both having lots of fun.
Yes, I would say
Is there
so.
still people around? Oh dear. And then I haven't even I'm only half done my cards here. And I'm all painted up. Jet, no, 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 baby. Oh, don't step on the wet paint, please. Oh, so, oh, come on, come.
That
Oh,
was a
oh.
very ambitious project. That's not possible in one evening, what you were trying to do there.
No, I
You
don't
know,
think so. It was, I don't know, how can you say it? Not energetic? It was like, I had nice high expectations.
yeah. Well, and you
Okay,
made a start.
but I did get all the paint stuff done. I just finished all my paint stuff. There we go. So then I will wash this off, though, that has all this paint off. I will wash that off because that is still good. And then when all of these are dry, actually, while I'm waiting for all of these to dry, then I can color all of these bees. Like I said, I'm just going to color in the yellow. It's a color in the yellow little bits here. Then I'll
Yeah.
fussy cut them. By that time, all of this paint will be dried. Then I can glue on the bees and pick out a nice little word. Like I have words here. So then I can just say, let's say I want shine on one, stronger than yesterday or whatever. And then if there's enough room, then I'll put a little flower. And then I can call it done. But that will be for another day.
Last month's project for this Edmonton Junk Journal group was to do ATCs. So of course everyone did their own style and whatever, but I found that almost the slowest part was adding all my info at the back, because I just did it by hand, and I wanted to kind of, if I'm going to put my name to it, I might as well put my channel name and my email address and blah, blah, blah. So that was kind of tedious, but I guess you can decide if you're giving those, depending on who you're giving it to, you might want to put more or less information on the back.
There we go. I'm back. I do have a little stamp, just a nice little round stamp, maybe about 1.5 inch circle, and it says Joan's Junk Journals and more.
Oh,
And then so I'm thinking of stamping it at the back here.
yeah.
Actually, I'll print out. I'll do my little ATC, then my stamp, and then I have another date stamp.
Mm-hmm.
So then I can put number 1 slash, or I'll just go 1/12, 2/12, whatever, and then
Oh,
the
yeah.
date.
So are we ready to say goodnight?
I think we are.
This has been fun.
I
Surprising.
had fun. Can you tell I had fun? This is proof I had fun. Where's Juju? This one's for you, Juju. She's not here, but for you, Juju.
Anyway, Joan, thank you so much for inviting me. And one of these days, well, I'll have to reciprocate. I would invite everyone who is available or interested to join me tomorrow at 8
At
p.m.
8.
Mountain, as I reveal my face, and interview Carol from Crinkled Path. So that will be a first for me in that regard. And and if it goes well, then it will just be the first of many interviews. So
Okay, so tomorrow, 8 p.m.
yeah, 8 p.m.
Mountain. Okay.
Yeah. Finally,
So
something.
that will be, oh, a little earlier than right now. Oh, wow, I didn't realize it was that late already.
Thank you, Joan.
Well, thank you so much, Hazel, for joining me. It's been a blast.
It has been fun. And of course, thank you to all the people that we met or that I met in the chat. Hope to see you guys again. Okay, bye-bye.
Yes. Okay, bye. Okay, love you all. Thank you so much for coming by and watching. So I will be going between Sherry's and Hazel's channel tomorrow because I have to catch both of you. And thank you, everyone, so much for joining and coming by. Bye. Please remember your thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.